Hello and welcome. This will be a reading for Aries for October 2023. Welcome to the table, Aries. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. The flowers today are from my garden and the crystals have been in their salt bath. I do hope you enjoy them. I'll be using a 10-card spread with 5 cards along the top row and 5 cards along the bottom row. I'll be talking about those cards and then overlaying them with a second deck of cards and also talking about those cards. The reading should be around about 30 minutes or so. I do have an oracle deck on the table, so I may pull an oracle card for you at the end of the reading. Okay, I feel the need to go a little bit more. And I'll cut the deck. Okay, let's begin your reading. 4 of Wands. Page of Pentacles in reverse, 9 of Swords in the upright position, Temperance in the upright position, and the 6 of Swords in the reverse position. 2 of Cups in the upright position, the Emperor in the upright position, Queen of Swords in the upright position, Queen of Wands in the reverse position, and the 9 of Pentacles in the upright position. Wow, very strong and beautiful energy for you, Aries. Let's have a look what's on the bottom of the deck. Oh, Judgment. Okay. All right, let's just start with the reading and we'll see how it unfolds. So we do have a few major arcana here, and they're quite strong ones. So you've got Temperance, Judgment, and the Emperor. Well, the Emperor is exceedingly strong and in full control. So we'll start with this one. 4 of Wands. Talking about family, stability, marriage, love, security. So this is a beautiful energy. So some of you may be approaching a wedding or a proposal or becoming engaged. So this is a wonderful energy for those of you who are getting married, and a big celebration. So this is at a palace. This is luxurious and bountiful. A wonderful time to enjoy the little luxuries of life and to celebrate those things. So for those of you getting married, congratulations. This may also be a doorway into a new life, to a new way of living and a new form of stability. So this can be about marriage, but it can also be a doorway into a new life that is more stable. Here we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Page of Pentacles would normally be someone who's on a bit of a quest, someone who's been learning or studying and putting some hard work and energy into things on this earth. So this is not necessarily a spiritual card, except for those who are on a spiritual quest or a spiritual journey. But as you can see, she's already come quite some way, but she's still climbing the mountain, so still learning. So this is part of a journey where you're still learning, and it's in the reverse position. So I am actually feeling that you need to take a little bit of a break. So for those of you who've been pursuing something quite strenuously and putting a lot of attention and energy into it, maybe this is asking you to just take a little bit of a pause for a moment, just to recoup and to also allow your mind just to relax for a moment so that you're ready to start on the next leg of your journey, because you haven't finished climbing this mountain yet and you've got some way to go. We've got the 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords, as you can see, a little bit of worry and anxiety here. You can see she's holding her head. So actually today I'm getting the sensation of headaches, and these could be night headaches or worries in the night. But I'm feeling headaches, and actually it's rather interesting. I'm feeling that there's a lot of tension around you. So something that's giving you tension, headaches, you need to find some way to relax. And that may be as simple as getting a massage or some cold compresses or some, just surrounding yourself with some soft fabrics in the night to act as a little bit of comfort for you. Here we've got Temperance. So Temperance is about healing and receiving a little bit of blessing and guidance from the angels and archangels around you. So a little bit protected. Also this wonderful healing. So if you have been under the weather here and I'm getting a very strong sense of tension and something that's really squeezing you and making you feel quite uncomfortable. Now, that could be a health issue as well. So, you know, if it's been going on for some time, Aries, I do suggest you go and seek some medical attention. But here it is saying that you are going to be receiving some blessings and healing from this situation. You've got the Six of Swords. So, Six of Swords, it's in reverse. So again, the Six of Swords is about moving on to better times. So I'll just take a look at this card because every day the cards give me a new energy. And I feel there's been some quite dark times hanging over your head in a lot of ways. And you've been struggling to find your way through. But there may need to be some tears shed. If you can't say the words, sometimes just a little bit of time just to go within yourself and to have a little bit of a cry sometimes just allows that energy to move on. Sometimes you aren't able to say the things that you would like to say. And that can hold you back a little bit. And that can actually cause some of this tension. But you are moving on to better times. But I do feel that somehow you won't be able to say the things you want to say. And in which case maybe you just need to have a little bit of emotional release in some way. Got the Two of Cups. So beautiful energy. It's right underneath this Four of Wands. So it does speak about perhaps getting married and a wonderful love connection. So the Two of Cups is this beautiful union between two people who are totally engrossed with each other, totally wrapped up in each other's arms and thinking always about love. This is where you're quite romantic, thinking about love, thinking about each other, just enjoying that wonderful energy of love when it first comes through, where you're totally besotted and you can't think of anything else. That's a wonderful journey, but this is feeling more like the start of a journey because there's a mountain in the background. So the mountain tells me that you have quite a long way to go still in this journey. So that's a wonderful energy as well. So if this is a new love and a new commitment to each other, that's a beautiful card, a beautiful connection here. We've got the Emperor here. Very strong, very powerful, very regal. Everything is within the control of this Emperor. So this is a kind of a card where you're almost relaxed when you are managing your control. So this is, as you can see, he's sitting there quite in a kind of a cocky sort of a manner. But it's also somebody who's so good at controlling their environment or their situation or being a good manager that they can just do that almost in their sleep. You know, this is somebody who's got an innate ability to manage and to control. So this is a beautiful energy here. I don't in this situation feel that you're being too rigid. I feel that your touch is quite light even though you're able to control everything around you. I just feel that you have this natural sort of calm ability to be able to control the situation. And that can even be in quite difficult situations. Again, there's these mountains behind. So anyone else who may really, really struggle to have this measure of control in the similar situation, for you, I feel that it's just totally within your capabilities. Here we've got the Queen of Swords. Now she's looking quite stern. There's a bird flying overhead to indicate intuition, to becoming totally connected with your intuition, pulling back almost to the point where you're becoming expressionless. That's the same sort of a look that you get when you're meditating and when you've pulled back within yourself, not expending your energy, speaking too much, just being a little bit quiet and retreating and allowing that energy to come in towards you, to allow the intuition to flow through you. So in this situation, then you are able to speak your mind very clearly. You can allow that intellect to flow and the words to flow, and then your voice is like music and you speak your truth. And this is a beautiful energy of speaking your truth. So this is a wonderful card for you, Aries. It's under the Nine of Swords. Now, it's interesting that I got in this situation here with the Six of Swords that you were unable to say the things that you wanted to say. And here you've got these Nine of Swords above. having this anxiety or tension. And here, this is where you then pull back inside yourself and really think it through before you do speak. But the Queen of Swords is very direct and very sharp and very clear when she does speak. But here, because of the flowers and the butterflies on this card, it's asking you perhaps to soften your language just a little. We've got the Queen of Wands here. She's in the reverse position. As you can see, beautiful, composed, regal, elegant. This is somebody who is able to get exactly what they want. And you can see by the look on her face, I'll hold that quite close. The look on her face is intense focus. So somebody who can actually be quite driven in the sense of getting what she wants. You know, she's quite abundant and quite fertile. And this can be somebody who's a little bit narcissistic, I'm feeling. So I'm not quite sure if this is you, Aries, or somebody. That's not a nice thing to say, is it? Sorry. This could be somebody around you who's a little bit narcissistic and a little bit, could be a little bit self-absorbed, always about thinking about how they look and don't make me look bad. Whatever you do, don't make me look bad is what I'm getting from this card. Don't let any mud stick on me. I'm always meant to look beautiful. So there's that funny energy here of, I'm getting from this person anyway, that this energy is don't bring your problems to me. I'm just focused on myself. That's also what I'm getting from this card. So I'm not quite sure who that is in your life. You may know, but it's under the Temperance card. But Temperance here in this case, you know, everything is quite beautiful on this card, as you can see, with the beautiful rainbow in the background. So this could be, you know, the Queen of Wands here may be elegant, and she doesn't want any of her feathers ruffled under any circumstances. She doesn't like to be ill. She doesn't like to be seen without her makeup on. She doesn't like to be seen unless she's dressed appropriately. So be careful about this person here, how you negotiate things around this person, because this person, I think, will be very quick and her anger will rise, I think, very quickly. I think she can be quite hot-headed and feisty. So, you know, she may be quick to express her anger if you approach her in the wrong way. Now here is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a very mature energy, and today I'm getting the word mother. I normally don't get words like that, but today I'm getting the word mother. This is again somebody who's extremely well composed, has a lot of self-dignity and self-respect. They have sufficient finances around them. They are secure. They know how to get what they want because they are very focused and driven in maintaining control and achieving what it is they want. The very fact that the Falcon is here shows that they've been diligent in their training and they know how to go about getting what it is they want. So if they undertake further education, they will probably see it right through to the end, and they will be quite focused on achieving what it is they want to achieve. If they're aiming to climb the ladder, they will definitely climb the ladder. So this is quite a strong and positive energy. Beautiful. This person likes beautiful things as well, but in a slightly different way than, say, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands perhaps may feel slightly more entitled than the Nine of Pentacles energy. The Nine of Pentacles energy understands that the work needs to be put in, and the self-discipline and the commitment to the project is required to get where you're going. Okay, we've got Judgment as well. So Judgment can be quite a difficult energy. So if you've been going through this process, this is the call for you to get a second chance at life. And that could be through this portal here of stability and love. But this is giving you this second chance. You're getting the call from the angel. The angel is asking you to be very clear in what it is you're looking for, what it is you've given your energies and your life purpose to up until now, and then saying to you, is this what you want in the long term? Is this how, if you were called home tomorrow, how would you feel about where you've come so far, or how far you've come, and what would you have hoped to achieve? So this is a little bit of a soul purpose kind of a card, asking you to question yourself and determine if you can find something maybe that is more satisfying to your soul. It's kind of an unusual reading, but the Judgment card can be quite a difficult energy, because you do need to have this questioning process within yourself, and to also look at where you've been and where you think you might be going. Okay, let's clarify these cards now. I might use this deck of cards. These cards have also been very well shuffled. Pop down you. So we'll see if they give us any more insight into what's going on here. Okay, let's cut these cards. There we go. So Queen of Cups. My goodness, I think you've got every queen in the deck. What have we got? Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. Oh no, not quite. We're nearly there. Okay, Queen of Wands again. So Queen of Wands in reverse again. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Pardon me. Queen of Swords again, above the Queen of Swords. The World. Four of Wands. Okay, got the Four of Wands twice. King of Cups. The Hierophant in reverse. Three of Cups. Strength in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. And on the bottom of the deck, we'll have a look. Now, don't mind if they're reverse cards, okay? I read them in both directions, but sometimes I still get a positive energy from the card, regardless of whether it's upside down or not. So I just read them as I see them on the day. So don't pay too much attention to anything that's upside down. Now, the Queen of Cups. This is somebody who uses their intuition quite a lot. So you need to use, this is a call for you to use your intuition. It's rather interesting, because she's very focused on this cup. And what does your heart desire? So using your intuition to determine what it is. So feeling with your heart. Now, it's in the reverse aspect. So perhaps you're not allowing yourself to feel with your heart often enough. Perhaps you are doing too much giving. This is the other thing that this card can indicate, that you're doing too much giving. So I'll just take a look at the card. It does feel to me that perhaps you're doing too much giving, that you are holding yourself back and always giving to other people. That could be the case. Now, we've got the Queen of Wands here in reverse, the same as the Queen of Wands here. So I have spoken about this Queen of Wands, but you can look at the portrayal, because you may get a different energy. Let's have a look at her face. Okay, again, she's looking very much what I would call, she's got that sort of what I'd call a blank expression, because I'm feeling very much that it's all about this person. So she is feeling quite powerful and quite strong, and it's in the reverse aspect on top of this Page of Pentacles. So this is you continuing your studies or your journey or a job, but taking a little bit of a pause. And you could be taking a little bit of a pause from your work, and if you were getting married, that would be natural. But here's this Queen of Wands again. I'm feeling, again, I'm getting this word narcissist from this card, which I very rarely do. So you could be, I think someone in the play is all about carrying their own torch just for themselves, and they're not terribly interested in doing anything much for you if it doesn't make them look good. Okay, Queen of Swords. Here she is again on top of the Queen of Swords. So you've got, this is really distinct, because Aries, you've got a lot of repeat cards here. So it's quite clear that your reading is trying to tell you something. And here she's showing quite a lot of control, and she's tipping out the water. So she's putting her emotions aside there for a minute. She's still using her intuition, but she's pouring out the emotions. So she's not going to be clouded by her emotions. She's going to be analytical and clear. And when she speaks, she'll know what she says is exactly what she means. Now you've got the World. So it looks like you've been through quite a lot. Now you've got the World on top of Temperance. So a little bit of a healing in a situation that this last cycle that you've been through, and also because you've got Judgment here. And then this World is telling me that you're just about ready to move into a new aspect of your life. So this could be a whole new cosmic alignment for you, where you're stepping into a new path where it looks like you've been able to deal with everything coming at you, and it feels a little bit like things have been thrown at you, but you've managed to find your way through there quite peacefully somehow. And again, like I said, this Emperor here was in control. So somehow, despite what's been thrown at you, you seem to have been able to cope. Now we've got the Four of Wands again. So you've got the Four of Wands here at the front and the Four of Wands at the end. So again, this talks about marriage. It talks about this union. It talks about happiness, a celebration. So it's rather interesting that in the background, which is never shown in any other suit of cards, you can see the ship in the background, and here is the Six of Wands. So moving on to better times, which is definitely, as I said, maybe you can't say everything you want to say, but as you can see, there's that boat that's moving on to better times. Some fire on the sails there. So I do think that this portal that you're moving through here, either this marriage or a new way of being or a new way of stability, is going to be happy for you, because it's there for you twice. So that's quite positive. You've got the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups here is shown in reverse. So the King of Cups can be a little bit manipulative and controlling, but he's underneath the Queen of Cups. So this is rather interesting, because this part here is talking about love and commitment. Both of you here are shown. You've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups, as I said, can be quite manipulative. He can actually, in a reverse situation, he can keep his emotions to himself. He can be a little bit closed off, but he can also be a little bit manipulative. But the Queen of Cups here, I think if you are a couple here shown as the Queen and the King of Cups, I think under these circumstances the Queen will be able to manage the King quite well. But it may be that this King of Cups energy is somebody who, under different circumstances, might be the wrong person for a lot of people, but he might be exactly the right person for you. I'm just going to leave it at that, because it's on top of the Two of Cups. So you've got this wonderful energy here. Look, I'll hold them all together because this is rather nice, even though the Queen and the King are in the reverse aspects. But as you can see, here we've got this blue and blue and the green and the green. So the green is usually healing, as well as a beautiful union, blossoming and prosperity. And the blue can often be an indication of purity and also a little bit of coolness or aloofness. But I do feel that this is going to be quite a decent union. I do feel that the Queen of Cups will be able to manage this King of Cups quite well. Now we've got the Hierophant in reverse. So the Hierophant is normally about tradition. You've got the Emperor. The Emperor himself would normally be quite traditional, but as I said, this Emperor looks so well composed and organized that this is somebody who has been almost born into a family of leaders. And so the leadership ability for this Emperor is just so natural that they don't have to think about it, okay? And here we've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is often talking about spiritual teachings, tradition, learning. So it's underneath the Queen of Wands and on top of the Emperor, and it's in reverse. So you may be breaking with tradition in some ways. That's what I'm feeling from this card. but it still holds for me the seed of potential. You may be breaking with tradition. You may be following your own map, so to speak. You will have drawn out your own plan. I don't feel that this is reckless, because if you're breaking with some kind of tradition, I feel that you've planned this quite carefully. You can see the potential of where you're going, and you're not particularly worried about breaking a tradition of some sort. So that's quite an unusual reading in itself. Sometimes when I read the cards, they sound a little bit unusual compared to other people, but that's what I'm seeing on the day. 3 of Cups, happy times, celebrations, wonderful energy here. This can be, this could be like a hen's party, or just, it can be an engagement party. It can be just having great times with your friends and enjoying yourselves and relaxing. So that's wonderful energy there. We've got strength in the reverse aspect. So this Queen of Wands, she worries me a little bit, and I have to say that. And maybe it's been, I'm feeling that this is another person, perhaps. That this person has played a role in something that you've been doing, where they wanted to be the only one. But I think this is almost like wrestling with the demons. So I'm getting the sense of somehow you may have tamed this dragon. and it's the look on her face and the look on the lion's face are kind of interesting together. So it's almost like you've tamed this dragon. So for the time being, anyway. So this female dragon has been slain a little bit. It's interesting. She's also holding a cat. So I can't explain it any further. That's just what I'm feeling from the cards. Here we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So this can be a contract of some sort. And like I said, this 9 of Pentacles, the person in the 9 of Pentacles knows exactly what to do and how to go about it. And they're very calculating in the sense that they know that everything needs to achieve a result. They know they need to be disciplined and to put in the hard work. Okay, so this can be a new contract. It's in the reverse aspect, but I'm not getting any concerns. I feel that perhaps there's been delay in a contract. That could be a case, or perhaps she's making this this 9 of Pentacles is making good investments, and she's putting her money out there in investments and signing contracts. But she is going to hope to reap the dividends from that in the long term. And we've got the 3 of Wands here. So the 3 of Wands, wonderful energy, moving forward, expanding. So this is coming out of this World card, coming away from this Judgment card. This whole reading is a card of expansion and moving into perhaps a more stable way of life. If you're committing to a marriage, then I think this marriage will work. It may not quite be the conventional sort of a marriage. You may be breaking with tradition somehow. And as I said, he, she, they, them. I'm not being judgmental. The cards are gender neutral, by the way. So these are just energies. So the marriage might be slightly different than normal. But I do feel that it will be okay. I think you'll celebrate this. I think you'll move into this new world. I think you're very clear in your mind what you want. And it does look like you've had to overcome some Queen of Wands energy here that... oh, this is rather interesting, isn't it? Look. There she is, and she's got a lion on the chain. And like I said, it's almost like you're conquering this demon. I didn't actually notice that because traditionally she's holding a cat. But in this one, she's holding the lion. So somehow I feel like you've tamed this beast. And this is a Queen of Wands. And how she's come into the picture, I'm not entirely sure. But I feel that she's fiery, and she's a little bit self-absorbed, perhaps. And it does look like perhaps that you've managed to conquer this, and that's probably because you've done your homework with your clear thinking and your very careful choice of words if necessary. So move on into your beautiful new month of October, Aries, and thank you for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this reading. I may pull an oracle card for you just quickly if you've got the patience to watch. If you haven't, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. But if you'd like to watch the oracle card, we'll see what we can find. Centered. Well, okay, there you are, centered. Well, if ever anyone was centered, it's the Queen of Swords. The world is centered. Temperance is centered. And even the Queen of Cups, she's quite centered. So this is a wonderful energy of being, finding that wonderful balance, and not many people can do that. This is sort of knowing exactly what to discard and what to bring in into a sense of importance. And here this Emperor, he's very, very centered, and he's totally relaxed at being centered, by the way. So this is sort of that energy that I was talking about. There's this sort of beautiful composed energy, and the word composed has a sort of a softness to it. So it's leadership, but being composed, being very well grounded as well. So there's this lovely way of managing your affairs and managing the world and being a leader without being harsh or pushy about it. So thank you very much for watching, Aries. I do hope you've enjoyed the reading. Bye for now.